Okay, everyone, it's spring with soaps and suds and such. I know I have been out of my, whatever you want to call it, had a lot going on, and then I'm back and I feel awesome and I am ready to do what I love. And I am sorry that I had to put what I love on hold, but soaping is coming back, creating is coming back, I'm coming back, and I feel awesome. Changes in my life. For one, I'm single now, but you know, I'm loving it. I'm embracing it. Something I did not think I could do, and it's okay. I feel awakened. I guess that's the best way to say it. I can do this, and I'm ready to go forward. I am going to start coming up with more recipes. I'm going to start giving you guys more recipes, and doing whatever I can to better myself and help you guys. So I know it's been a load of planting, bees, everything except for soaping. So now we are still going to have that load of mixture, but I am going to be creating again, and I will be doing videos on it. And I thank you for all of you that stuck it out with me, that are my soapers, fellow soapers, fellow soaping sisters, fellow soaping brothers, whoever you may be. And what are we doing? Yeah, right, I'm weighing oils. Gonna make some soap. So first on the list is castor oil, and I hope I can do this one-handed, because I am holding the camera in the other hand. We will see. So you just, when you're weighing your oils, you want to have your scale on 0. I do grams. Now many new people to soap would prefer to use ounces, but I don't. Of course, I've been making it a good while. I just took a long break. But I'm finally coming back to it. So what I'm looking for, the reason I'm going so slow, is 254 grams, or somewhere close to there. If it goes at 255, I will not flip out, because that's, you know, just a little bit of extra super fat. But if I can get it at 254, oh, there we go, 254. We done it right on the dot. Looky there. Yep, and that's our castor oil. Okay, these are going to be hot process soaps. So I've got my crock pot here. I've done put that castor oil in there. I have my other crock pot over here. I'm getting ready to do the same with it. So to move these lids, I need to set those out of the way so we can get this done. Whoops, don't want to break them. Okay, sorry about the lighting. I'm over here where it's kind of dark, but I let that drain out, and then I'm going to take my butter knife over here and I'm going to scrape it. So okay, now it's time for coconut oil, and we're going to need 381 grams, and it's already pretty much liquefied. So let me get where I can see the scale, because this bowl is kind of big. Let's see, so I can measure this out. And you'll notice I'm not wearing the gloves for this part, but once I start dealing with the lye, the gloves will come on. You should always wear your gloves. Let's see. A bit closer. Yeah, we got a little too much. So I don't want too much of the coconut, so I'm going to scoop a little bit of that out. And not too much of that, because that will make it more cleansing. Then I won't. Coconut oil will add a cleansing benefit, and I don't want it too cleansing. There we go. 381. We got it. Okay, wipe my hands. Coconut oil on them. Of course, that's good for your skin. Okay, now I'm going to go pour this into my crock pot, and I'll bring it. Okay, time for our lard. We're after 907 grams. So, let's get to putting it in there. If you don't like lard, you could always replace this and use something else. Something with similar attributes to the soap, though. I love a bar that has lard in it. It makes a good bar of soap. Some people don't. Just according to your preference. There we go. Time for our olive oil. Okay, and we're going to use 45 grams is what we're going to need of our olive. So, I've got my scale ready. See if I can pour this without going over very much. Because if I get over too much with the olive, just like with your castor oil, that can affect your hardness of your bar. Okay, now it's time for our palm oil, 218 grams. And that's another one some people don't like to use. I don't use it a whole lot, but I do use it in some of my creations. But again, I don't want to go over on the palm oil. So I'm just trying to be careful about not going over, so I don't have to scoop it back out. Of course, I can scoop it back out if I have to. Perfect. 218 grams. Okay, I'm going to put that in the crock pot, and we'll do our other one. Okay, now we've got to add in our stearic acid. So let me get that going here. Tear this out. Okay, and you're wanting 9 grams of stearic acid. Okay, now this is going to be herbal soap. And I've got, if you can see, this big old jar. This is herbal infused oil, where you take herbs of your choice, whatever you may like, and there's a load of them to choose from, and you infuse your oil. I have different ways of infusing. This is one of the ways that I do it, and this one I actually do very, very strong infusion. So that means I let it sit for quite a while. But you can do it weaker, and if you use certain herbs, you should do it weaker, because certain herbs can affect the skin differently. I was under the assumption I don't have to line them, but I had soap to stick. I do remember that fact. So what I do is I take some freezer paper, and I just cut it where, you know, get it as to the right. It's hanging over the edges, in other words. Let me see if I can show you. Like, see this one hanging over the edges, hanging over the edges. Well, you can do it a lot smaller if you want. I have the large freezer paper, so I'm going to have to do some really cutting. But then I like to take my thumbnail, and on the inside of my mold, I just simply leave an impression. And I am trying to hold it where it's not, you know, the paper's not moving all over my mold. Then I'm going to do it over here. I find that it's easier for me to do the my wooden molds than these, because I do not feel like these, I don't know, for me they're a little bit off. But you know, I don't want sticking soap, so don't like that, because I had a very hard time getting that soap to come off of this mold. So that being said, I line them. Okay, get you a good impression there. Okay, and then after I get that impression, I like to take it, and if you can see, hopefully I'm showing you, you've got that impression. You know, it's following down through there. Then I'm going to fold it. Simply going to fold it on that impression. And again, using my thumb and my finger to get that folded correctly. Okay, now go to the other side, simply like so, and do this side. But you do want to kind of get it right, so I don't do it, you know, harshly at first. I just get it correct. Then that's when I use my thumbnail and my finger to really get that impression started. Okay, then you want to do your ends also, like so. Same thing. Just go all the way across. Using my thumb and my finger to get a good impression done, a good fold on that line. You don't have to do them this way, you know, there's several ways of lining mold, but I find this way easier. Okay, then I'm going to take a pair of scissors, just simple scissors, and I'm trying to get where you can see me. I've got my line here. I'm just going to simply, well, I gotta get it straight. Just simply cut. These scissors are not the best. And you cut to that where it joins, and then I like to cut this. So I've seen someone else doing that on a video I ran across. I used to didn't cut that, well, I couldn't get where you see me. I used to didn't cut that part off, and I found that I had so much sticking out. So I whacked it one day thinking, well, and then I thought, oh no, I probably shouldn't have whacked it. It's probably going to be, you know, too short or something. But I found that by whacking this just a little bit, you know, just taking a little bit of that off, it actually took away that great big amount that was in my way. So I liked that, and I just kind of stuck with it. And I did see another soaper doing the same thing, so I have no clue who started it first. I assume everyone, you know, just learns their own way. Sometimes I fold them a little bit differently. I always use the imprint, but sometimes I go about it a little bit differently. But just up to you how you want to do your molds, how you want to line them. Like I said, you can, are supposed to be able to use this mold without lining it. And if you have great luck with that, that's awesome. I wish I had, because I love the idea of not having to line it. That's like my silicone molds. I love them because I don't have to line them. Sometimes they're hard to get out. Okay, I'm just going to grab this like so. Let me see if I can, I don't know if you can see. Okay, I grabbed it. Then I'm going to grab my end, bring that in, and kind of fit this down in my mold like so. Then I go on the other end, get a hold of that, bring that in. And then I take my hand and I just simply go down inside of the mold to make sure I got everything where I want it. Okay. Then I take, let me get that where you can see it. I go to the corner and I simply cut right down through there like so. Go to the other corner, simply doing the same thing. I'm trying to get where I can actually do this and show you. Okay, did the same thing. Then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do the same thing. So, lining the mold is really not that hard to do. I played around with it because I like wooden molds. So, then I come on my edge, my end right here, and if you can see the end of this mold, we've got this screw. Well, I just take that and simply stick it right down behind that screw, like so. And I will take a piece of tape and simply, you know, get that where I want it. Now, for these molds, because they are very short, I always have this lap over. And I like to just cut it off. Simply just, you know, cut some of it off. It seems to make it easier for me to handle, not have so much in my way. So, I cut that like so. Okay, and then you see the difference versus this side. Okay, get that where I want it. Now I'm going to get some tape, and I'm just using this type of masking tape. You can use whatever kind you want. Or if you're really good at it, you don't have to use tape. But I want to have it really, you know, where it's secured, and I don't have to fiddle with it constantly to get it the way I want it in the mold, putting the soap in. Because this is going to be hot process, so this is not like, you know, pouring cold process. It's going to be thicker per se, and then I just start taping. Let me see if I can get where you can see me, what I am doing. I've never videoed doing this part, so bear with me. I normally just make the soap. I normally just do this off camera. I normally just weigh the oils off camera. Every bit of it. I usually do the preparation off camera, and I thought, well, shucks, starting back, starting fresh, so I'm going to show. And that's what I'm doing. So, you see we've got our flap. Just fold it down under here, under that screw. Making sure I got that nice under there. Okay. Now, we've got our big old flappy piece here. So, I'm trying to show you and cut it. That is what I'm doing. But, there we go. Feels awesome to be planning and plotting again. I call it plotting. I don't know why, but it feels good. It feels really good. Making recipes again. I'm going to be doing some lip balms. It's just awesome. Simply awesome. And I do want to get back into my lotions and my creams. I miss my creams. I have ran out of my creams that I normally use for my face and my body. So I've got to get back to doing that too. I have my own wonderful cream that I make that I love to use on my face at night, and then I have another that I use on my face during the day. I hope that tape's going to stick. It wants to peel up, as you can see. Okay, now our ends. As you can see, I don't really have to tape them, but I'm going to put a little piece just to make sure I've got it secure. And see if I can get that where I can show you. Okay, I'm just making sure it's nice and flush there, the way I want it. Okay, disturbed by the bell. Was the mail lady. Okay, we've about got this. We've about got it. And here we go. Voila! A lined mold. We actually have 2 of them ready to go because we're going to do 2 batches of our herbal HP soap. And I'm going to go over also precautions. Okay, precautions. Gotta have some safety glasses. I can't find my other pair, the pair that I like, but these will work. They are safety glasses and they will do the job. You got to protect your eyes. That is totally important. When working with it, it can really hurt you if you do not protect yourself. Gloves. You can, if you are new to this, I suggest getting a longer pair. You know, I haven't made soap in a while, but I still know how. And I've been doing it for, oh my goodness, a long, long time. So, I suggest you go with a longer pair. Or you can use these. Wear long sleeves. I'm sorry, I don't wear long sleeves. But, you know, if you're starting out and new to this, you should wear long sleeves. That soap, once you add the lye solution to it, is caustic. It can come right out and just pop you right on the arm or the face. You should be prepared for that. You also should wear pants. You shouldn't wear shorts. Now I've wore shorts, but like I said, I've been making it a long time. And if you do get it on your skin, you should rinse that immediately. Rinse it immediately. I used to think that using the vinegar would help with that. Then I found out that it doesn't. So it could, you know, I found out that it could possibly make it worse, the reaction. So therefore, I just rinse if I get it on me. But you should be prepared. You should wear shoes. You should not wear flip-flops because it can go down on your feet. And when you get that lye on you, you will know it. You will have a sensation that you don't really want. So I just thought I would go over that with you, and we're going to get this going. Okay guys, gals, I've got some exciting news that I want to share with you. I'm going to be doing a line of products for Major Honey, and he has a YouTube channel if you want to go over and check him out. I'm going to start out, I know, with soap and lip balms, but I'm really excited about it. And so go check out Major Honey. That's on YouTube, and I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, we have in this bag 12 ounces of tea that has been frozen. Now we are going to add that into here. Now, like I said, I like to freeze it for many reasons. The biggest, I like to preserve what I can because this lye is going to really heat up. So therefore, you risk losing what you are trying to do. Okay, so now I need 10 more ounces. Make sure that I'm right on that. Yep. So, okay, time to weigh the lye. Okay, and I always use plastic. Yeah, or glass. Yeah. So we've got our lye here. I'll show you that. This is from Nature's Garden. Normally I do it in the sink, but this is one that doesn't really have a lot of static and start flying everywhere, and I've already got a little bit poured here, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let me tell you how much we need. We need 255 grams. I started not the video doing that, that's why I haven't it in that cup. But then I thought, well, why not? I'm videoing everything else doing it. So 255. Let's do this. And I'm pouring, you know, I'm not pouring slow, but I will get slower as we go because I don't want to go over, because then I have to remove it. Don't want to lye heavy soap. No, no, no. This has got just a little bit of static going on, so you have to watch that. When they've got static, they want to fly everywhere. That's why I like doing it in the sink, because I know it's contained, or if I'm outside, that's alright. Sometimes I'll go outside just to do my lye. It's rainy today, though. Okay, we're getting closer. Really close. Look at there, we got it. 255 grams. What do you know? Right on the dot. Okay, we're ready to do this. I could put this in an ice water bath or an ice bath, but I'm not going to. Got my lye. You never ever pour liquid into your lye. You always pour your lye into your liquid. And I just going to start pouring it slowly. It's going to start heating up. And this is going to be hard to mix because we've got the frozen tea in there. It has to really start thawing. But you just go with it and do your best. See how I'm just using my thingamajigger to spin that around. Pour some more. I don't pour it all at once. It's going to start heating up. It's going to start melting that ice. I'm going to keep it with you and see what I'm doing here. Whoop. Get back in the view. Okay, I need to cut the fan on. Yep, we're on the stove. We're under the fan because these fumes can be dangerous. And that's another thing. If you're starting out, wear a mask. Seriously, wear a mask. Sometimes I wear a mask. It's just according. But if I like to do this part, the mixing part under this fan and let it just pull these fumes out. Now it's starting to melt. We are starting to melt. A little bit of ice left in there, not a whole lot, not a whole heck of a lot. Just making sure I'm getting all the lye off the sides. And lots of times I will use additives in this. I didn't this time. I thought about it. Sometimes I use salt. Sometimes I use sugar. Sometimes I use silk. Just using the red solo cup for this, for the lye. There's different things that you can use. Okay. Now I'm just making sure I got that all blended nicely. I just like to stir it really good, let it heat up, do its thing. Okay, let's get this started. I know my oils are not completely melted. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to start pouring in my lye solution slowly and just stir it a little bit. I'm going to blend this. I should be able to blend out what's not melted. And the lye solution being, you know, it's not as hot as if I hadn't used something frozen in it, but it still should be hot enough to help melt that. Okay, and hopefully, oh, I hope we don't have a boil over. Yeah, I really do. Don't like having a boil over. It's no fun. Okay. It's stirred. Now to the blending part. See if I can show you trace. I'm hoping it's picking it up. All those little lines. See the little lines? We're at trace. That's not the lightest trace though. So, but you know, this is HP, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, and I am doing 2 crock pots. I'm not going to be, you know, I can't show everything for the other one, but so be it. Okay, I've got this turned on. It's already heated up, so I'm going to cut it down. These do these do high and low. So I'll close her up here, like so. And I'm going to get to doing the other one. And then once this starts doing something, I'll bring you back, show you. I was trying to get it where you could see it. Okay, you see what stage we're at. It kind of looks like applesauce. Whoops. Steamed up my camera. Okay, so I'll bring you back once it starts doing more, but that's where we're at so far. Our other one over here is basically the same, a little bit further than this one. I've got one that gets hotter than the other. Okay, I'm getting ready to stir it down. It's starting to rise. You don't have to if you don't want to, but see how it's starting to look. It's starting to get the potato look. Normally I like to leave it closed, but you know, whatever. I'm going to show you how it looks, and then I'll leave the other one closed. Okay, while this is doing its cook, I'm going to show you I've got ready my super fat. This is my herbal infused oil. I've got 4 ounces there. Okay, everybody. You see how we've got it coming up on the sides, and then we've got that center starting. It's like a, kind of like a, I don't know, a funnel or something going down. When we're going to have oil, it'll gather in the center. So we're just still letting it cook, letting it do its thing. Now this is the way I do it. Everybody don't do it the same. I've had people comment on some of my videos, well, you don't have to cook it that long. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. That's fine. You know, people do things the way they do it, and that's that. I'm me. I do things my way. So this is the way I do it. But it's starting to come up, and then it's going to eventually start folding in. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Okay, you see we've got our center going. This one over here is really moving good, but I don't know if I can show you this one. Let me see. Maybe. I don't know if it's showing or not. But you see, I have got pants on. I got my, I don't know if it's showing my pants. I've got on my pink jommer pants. So, I had shorts on earlier, but when I do get into it, I prefer to have on the pants because this is really hot too. Even though it's cooking and the light is, you know, doing its thing, it's going to be soap, it's still hot. It's in a crock pot. So yeah, I've got pants on. I know earlier I had on shorts whenever I was telling you about the precautions, but yeah, I've got pants on. But this one here, over here, seems to have more of an oil center going, and this one has the lesser. So, but we are cooking. Okay, if you can see, it's still doing the same thing. The one over there, I don't know, it's hard to show you. Let's see if I can. You see, maybe it's picturing it. This one's moving quicker. You see around the sides and the center. It's going quicker. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give this a stir down. Look how glossy. You see? The appearance has changed. We've got that Vaseline over here. That Vaseline look. You can see that. Okay. Looking good. We're getting near time to put our oils in this, our super fat oil in this one. Real close. I'm going to close it back up for a little bit and I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm ready to put in my super fat. Yeah. So I've got it here. Get my spoon. Let's see. I'm just pouring it in. A little bit at a time. And we'll start stirring it in. I am going to let it cook just a little bit more in there. Can't find my spatulas that I use for soap. Everything got packed up, and I'm going to have to find all of that. Just getting my wonderful herbal infused oil in here. I did use olive oil to infuse with. Now, sometimes I use sweet almond or grapeseed, just according to what I'm doing or what I have to use to work with. Okay, now we're just going to lid this just for a little bit longer, and then we'll put it into our mold. Okay, let's fill our mold. And I wish I had a better spoon to do this with, but I don't, because all of my spoons are currently somewhere else. I have no clue. But we're going to do it anyhow, if I can get this thing situated right. We didn't let that cook long with our oil in it. Just a little bit. I hope this spoon's going to work. I may have to sacrifice a spoon. Maybe. I actually sacrificed this spoon. This was a cooking spoon, and now it's a soap making spoon. I don't use the same for food as my soap or such. Some people do. I don't. That's just my own personal preference. If you do, that's totally up to you. And you'll notice I put nothing for fragrance. I didn't put a fragrance oil and I didn't put essential oil. This is strictly herbal. So whatever scent it has will be all natural. Certain soaps, that's the way I do them. They're usually, you know, most people will say, well, that's a good bar that I use for my face. This one in particular, though, a lot of people use it all over, so. Whoops. Okay. Now we need to do a beat down. I don't know how well this is going to work here, but we'll see. Okay, I think that worked. Okay. And this is a 4-pound batch. Should do nicely in these molds if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, I mentioned I was single earlier. I'm actually separated, but on my way to being single, so I don't know, I feel single. I'll just put it that way. I feel awesome. Been working on me, and that's about it. Okay, you see we're getting high. I'm just tickled to be soaping again. And yesterday I stained a honeybee nuke. That, if you don't know what it is like a smaller hive box for a smaller amount of bees, which we have been doing. Like we did a split, so that's where the nuke comes involved. Or if you have like a small swarm come in or something. Haven't caught a swarm yet. Okay, look at there. I think that looks pretty good. Not as fancy as cold process, but I am bad to do my herbals hot process. Don't ask me why. I have no clue, but that's the way I like them. So I do it. I think that looks good. Okay, this will have to set up and then we'll cut it. I'll either cut it, I may not cut it on video because it's just a plain herbal. If I don't cut it on video, I'll try to, you know, at least maybe sneak a picture in there or something of that nature. Because I mean, basically what you're looking at after, you know, it's going to change in color a little bit, but it's not going to be a drastic, you know, like, oh, it's got swirls all of a sudden. No. So I probably won't put the cut, which I've added in so much other stuff. This video is going to be ridiculously long anyhow. So the cut probably won't be in this one. But I thank everyone for watching, and I hope you have an awesome, amazing, wonderful day. And bye.